I'm Ashley Doig and I'm the Nutritious Life Manager at Compass Group. Compass Group is a global catering and support services provider that provide a number of services in different sectors, including mining and remote offshore, business and industry, retail, education and defence as well.
Hi, my name is Toy McCarthy. I'm the coordinator of community links at the City of Wanneroo. City of Wanneroo is a local government in the northern parts of Perth, and specifically the community links team is tasked with doing a whole range of community engagement to better understand the local needs and priorities for our residents and linking them into existing programs and services.
Hi, my name's John Winterburn. I'm Group Health and Safety Manager here at the RAC.
My name's Sally Blaine. I'm the School's Nutrition Coordinator at the Cancer Council.
Hi, I'm Cheryl Kerwin. I'm the Senior Manager in Health and Safety Leadership at the RAC.
So when hosting a practicum student at the City of Wanneroo, my experience has been really positive. Previously I've taken on students from the health science discipline, in particular students who major in nutrition, health promotion, exercise, sports science, and most recently I took on a planning student from ECU as well.
The RAC's got a range of services that they provide, so if a student was on placement here, they may work with our motoring people looking at workshops or our roadside patrol. We also run some health programs for our staff, so the student may be involved in that.
I'm part of the Education and Research Division of the Cancer Council, and that division encompasses a whole heap of different areas. We cover nutrition and physical activity, which I'm part of, Sun Smart, tobacco, Cancer Smart and cancer services, as well as the research side as well. We usually take on health promotion students, dietetic students as well, and particularly in our team we do look for people with a little bit of nutrition experience, but it's not necessary.
So the type of student that we would like to have at Compass is generally within the nutrition education area. That's what my priority and what my focus is. The roles that they would take on within Compass Group are very, very varying. It depends on what I'm doing on a day-to-day basis. It would cover anything to do with health promotion, education, review of our program, providing training and interacting with residents up on site or even within our corporate office as well.
The things I look for in a practicum student is their passion and enthusiasm to contribute to the City of Wanneroo workplace, and importantly the work that we deliver in the community. In particular, the skills that I look for in a practicum student is their tenacity to ask questions, to be really present when they're in the workplace environment, and to make sure that they're doing the work that's been assigned to them as well.
So the type of student that we would expect to have at Compass is definitely a more corporate type. Obviously you're coming into a corporate office, so making sure that you are dressed appropriately. But the number one thing is probably just to be very open and really engage and want to learn and want to be there. The more that you can put into the placement, the more you'll get out of it. So don't be afraid to ask questions, don't be afraid to put your hand up and say you'll do anything and everything, because you'll get more out of it if you do that.
So when we get students here at the RAC, we, as John mentioned, we do like them to be enthusiastic, because when they're keen to be here and we're keen to have them, it makes the process run a lot more smoothly. I think it's helpful if they can have a think about or do a bit of research on the organisation they're going into. So doing a bit of look at the website and finding a bit about the company just means that they're a bit more prepared, and also if they can think about the hazards and risks they might be helping to manage, then that helps them to be able to get involved that bit more quickly. So that really helps if they've done that preparation. And then I think just the normal things about being prepared, being on time, and also being a bit flexible. We've had students here who've been just a couple of days a week, and sometimes our plans can change quite quickly. So the students we've had have been great about sending them a text and being able to say, well, we'll meet you at a different place, or there might be a change in schedule, and having that flexibility makes it much better for them. They get a lot more on-the-job experience, and great for us that we can find something that will suit both of us.
In terms of expectations for students, I guess it's being enthusiastic, really having an interest in health and in improving the health of the community. We do expect that they have a go themselves, but also make sure that they ask questions at any time if they're unsure. We really don't want students to go down completely the wrong track and go a bit too far down one way when we actually want them to go another way. So we do really encourage them to ask questions.
Yeah, so try and obviously do a little bit of research on the company. So having a bit of an understanding about what you're coming into will make our jobs a lot easier on that first day to try and explain. Compass Group is a little bit unique in what we do, so having that bit of an understanding is better. And just being really, trying not to be too nervous. Obviously, I know that might be a little bit difficult, but we're here to help you and we want to try and make your placement as comfortable, as easy as possible. So don't be afraid to ask questions and really, yeah, give it a go.
Yeah, when we get a Prac student, we generally quite look forward to getting them in because they're generally quite enthusiastic. We like to see that. They're generally very, very keen to learn about health and safety and how it's particularly managed in a workplace. What we find is they know a lot of theory when they come here, but they might not necessarily have the tools required to put what theories in place in a work environment, which is what we can show students exactly how to do that in terms of, yes, you understand the legislation, but how does that actually get implemented in a workplace environment? So what we like to see is people that's keen to learn our systems and frameworks and how we put them in place.
Some of the advice I guess I have for students entering the workplace is to take it seriously. The practicum opportunity is fantastic and it can often lead to employment, not necessarily just in that workplace that they do the practicum, but also in other workplaces as well. It's very competitive in terms of getting work after university, so Prac is really that stepping stone to help students to get to where they need to get to.
One thing we do like from students is to have a few research skills, particularly, and we like to give students discrete projects. So instead of just tagging along and seeing what they're doing, which is part of the placement that they would have, we like to give them projects that have a definite beginning, middle and end. And that often encompasses those research skills. So they might be doing a lit review, they might be surveying the community or other stakeholders. They might be drawing conclusions from all that data and then presenting it to us or to other people in the community.
Make sure that the arrangement between us as the organisation and the ECU with the practicum student, that the roles and expectations are discussed up front and early in the start of the practicum. It's really important that the practicum student is getting the most out of their experience by working with us as an organisation, and then vice versa for us as an organisation, making sure that we're getting what we need to get back from the practicum student. That way when the practicum student finishes, that they actually walk away with something that adds to their portfolio and increases their skills and knowledge in their relevant area of basically where they want to work after their degree.
So with every Prac student, I try and devise a bit of a set project for them so they can have that sense of achievement when they leave, that they've actually completed something. So previous students have put together an entire 12-month health promotion toolkit that we've actually now delivered out onto our sites. They've helped out with the revision of a nutrition education booklet that we've had printed and then sent out as an education tool for staff within Compass Group. So that's just a small example, but there's a number of different things that they could do, day-to-day stuff as well.
Some of the Prac students that I've taken on board have had fantastic outcomes after doing a Prac, and that has ranged in being offered internships after their degree, being offered casual or part-time work in the existing organisation that they did their Prac, and also being able to add to their resume and their skill set. So I'm fairly confident that Prac's experience for students is a fantastic way forward in kicking off their career.
So we have employed some students that we have had on Prac here before, so a couple of those are now dietitians here. Some of our students have also had work published on the project that they've done here. A couple of those have had that published pieces as a result of their work. And all of the ones that I can recall have gone on to other employment, and one of the benefits that I've seen is that they've been able to meet different people from different agencies. And one thing that we're very careful of doing is letting the students join in any consultations or meetings that we're involved with, and we bring them along to be able to meet a wide range of people, not only from the Cancer Council but from other agencies as well, and that can provide some really good networks for the students to get out there and get their name known and get on people's radar that they might be looking for jobs as well. But certainly in terms of the work that students have done, it has made a contribution as well to the work of the Cancer Council. So in terms of printed resources, there are lots of resources here that have been developed by students or they've contributed to, and they're still in use today and still making an impact on the community.